What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Dash to Bitcoin, as highly requested as it was. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. We are doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers, so thank you to all who have subscribed. Otherwise, I did want to jump into something really quick. I did want to talk about the possibilities of the giant United Parcel Service potentially partnering or getting involved in cryptocurrency and how that could affect the market, as well as doing some technical analysis. Now, before I jump in, let's look at the current coin market cap. You can see we have a $211 billion market cap, so we are taking a slight dip. 24-hour volume is 13.2. Bitcoin dominance, 52%, so a little bit lower than yesterday. But as you can see, the top 10 cryptos, for the most part, we are down quite a bit. Ripple taking the biggest hit, down 10.3%. Bitcoin up only down 2.8% at around $6,400, I'd say. Ethereum's now below 300 at 294, down 7%. Pretty wild how quickly that got affected. Cardano down 10%. We see Litecoin down 7.4%. So we're definitely going to jump into some technical analysis and look at that. But before I do, I did want to talk about the possibilities of Litecoin and Bitcoin partnering with this giant company. Now, shout out to the Daily Hodl for this article. And basically, it says logistics giant UPS explores the use of blockchain and crypto, which is pretty awesome. In specific, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, and Dogecoin. Now it says the delivery giant United Parcel Service is exploring the use of blockchain technology for its global supply chain logistics. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office published documents on Thursday that show how the 110-year-old delivery company may deploy blockchain, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Doge to improve its services and streamline complex procedures. So definitely let me know how you think that could go. Is it a right move for the United Parcel Service to be getting involved in cryptocurrency? I personally think it is. If you disagree or agree, let me know in the comments down below. It says UPS filled the original patent application on February 16th. The author detail how the company could solve issues related to complex logistics of a shipment unit containing at least one shipment unit through one or more transportation networks corresponding to one or more carriers. By using the blockchain technology, DLT, and cryptocurrencies across its global supply chain, which links multiple carriers, often with different handling instructions, the company believes it could reduce costs and be more efficient. So it's definitely a right step, in my opinion. I do think it will benefit the United Parcel Service if it starts to kind of use blockchain. The way it said it wanted to use it was by like embodying it in different utilities and various digital, like the different currencies, and kind of embodying it within their system for shipment units, information, and stuff like that. So it'll kind of help transformation with the shipping and the tracking. Like kind of make things work better. It says the distributed ledger system may incorporate a single blockchain configured for storing all transactions therein, or the distributed ledger system may comprise a plurality of blockchains, wherein each blockchain is utilized to store information indicative of a particular type of transaction. For example, a first blockchain may be configured to store shipment unit shipping, tracking information data, and the second blockchain may configure the store value transfer information. Accordingly, various embodiments may comprise and utilize digital currency, and it basically will help out the currency or help out the United Parcel Service at the end of the day. So it's definitely a good step in my opinion. I think it was definitely awesome that they're at least gambling and you know, actually taking a second look at cryptocurrency and not saying it's a scam or an issue anymore. It's definitely a good thing to see in my opinion. So now to look at Bitcoin technical analysis. You can see from my point of view, I did just draw in a resistance level up here, and the reason I drew this in was looking back on the 3rd of, I believe it's July. I believe July. You can see how right here, this was a huge resistance area where the price could not get above. You can see back here, we see more levels of it running into issues. So for us to see that again right now is definitely not something I'd be worried about. I did anticipate a resistance level there, and you can see where we have had trouble in the past. I do think we should continue to climb and inevitably break through that, but I did want to draw in because that was looking very interesting that we couldn't break above 66.35, that region. So I did just recently draw in this resistance level right here, and you can see how that's acting as pretty big resistance on the market. I don't think we should be worried right now in the slightest. We may pull back down to 63, but I do think at this point we are starting to move up and see some nicer levels in cryptocurrency. I'd be very shocked if we fall lower, but we should be okay right now. If we do decide to pull back down, it would be to this big white line here at around $6,200, $6,188 to be exact. And then if that falls through 5,800, it's probably the rock bottom, in my opinion, for where Bitcoin could potentially fall down to. Below 5,800, I'd be very shocked to see levels that low. But hopefully, let's just move on to the 4-hour. You can see how we're pretty good right now. We're actually pretty flatlined at around 48. You can see we were coming close not only to this resistance, but to this high-low middle moving average as it comes closer. So that was putting some sort of downwards pressure on the price level. So we did fall to a more normal support level, and we should continue to go up and inevitably break through 4-hour resistance and then obviously tackle the daily resistance. So in due time, I do think we are trying to head back up. I do think things are looking a little bit better. You know, after the storms rolled away, we now have some sun, and I do think things are looking up from now on. Moving on to Bitcoin, moving on to Litecoin, we're looking at the daily, and you can see on the relative strength index, we're kind of trading at around 35. You know, we're out of that oversold territory, which we were in on the daily, which was, I was extremely bullish then. And you can see we saw that massive launch from literally $50 all the way to 61, so a $10 jump very quickly, and I was anticipating that. We're seeing some slight pullback. Extreme support, like I say, at the purple level at 55. And I do think we're just going to consolidate, guys. I think the market is trying to recover. I think consolidation is needed. And we're probably going to retest this 8-month downtrend in the yellow line very soon. I think that's where it's trying to build up some volume and then attack that. Obviously, I'm still bearish on Litecoin until we can break through that. But I do think consolidation is needed, and we probably will see some within the next couple of days until we get closer to that high-low middle moving average. Now, one thing to notice is this high-low MMA line right here. You can see how it was trading above the 8-month downtrend in yellow, and you can see how we just recently went under that. So that's definitely interesting in my opinion. You can see how we got back on support, which was right here at 55. Like I said in all my videos, that 55 is a major support, and when we saw that dip, a lot of you guys were negative about it, but interesting enough, we came right back to that, so that's why I'm saying 55 is a strong support. You can see we went up, practically retested this high-low middle moving average, almost entered an overbought territory on the 4-hour for Litecoin, and you can see that's what the subtle pullback was, that back down to support. But my interesting thought pattern is when we consolidate a few more days, we're going to see this high-low MMA creep closer to the price. I want to see what happens when we trade sideways. Are we inevitably going to break through that yellow downtrend? Because we're seeing a lot of price action right now. Seeing a lot of ups and downs and a lot of price action. So when we get closer to this high-low middle moving average, which will be right here, will we be able to get enough support from this 55 level support line, and will we be able to break through? That's going to be the big thing, but I do think consolidation is definitely ahead for the next few days, so I wouldn't be surprised if we keep seeing $57, $55, $58 for the next maybe 3 or 4 days until we can kind of enter this area right here. Then we'll see if we can't break above this. We're probably going to fall down to $50 support, and then inevitably retest that and hopefully break through. I don't think we're going to continue to fall down, but as soon as we break yellow support, I'm going to be extremely bullish on that. So let's check out Ethereum. Ethereum, again, not really doing much. You can see it's now just trading on the oversold area right here. It broke above and it came right back down to the line. So we're pretty much just chilling, cruising right now. You see the massive jump that we had, getting us back out of that oversold territory, and now we're kind of trading down. And again, I do think we're going to consolidate like the rest of the market and retest this high-low middle move. Sorry, this resistance downtrend. And hopefully break through. Again, if we do not, we're going to see levels probably down to around 217, but I'd be very surprised if we did. You can see this level right here at around 250 is now going to be the next support level. So I will just draw that in really quick, where you can see we're having some support, some strong support here, but I do think some consolidation is definitely needed for the market. If we can break the downtrend, we're headed right back up to this high-low middle moving average on the daily, and then we'll take it from there. Lastly, that was to end the top 3 blue chip cryptocurrencies, I like to call them. We're going to look at Dash to Bitcoin. So I don't think I've ever looked at this chart. And if I did, it was a very long time ago. Hold on. And I do know somebody asked me about this chart, and I did want to go over it. So hopefully this helps you out. Now, one thing I'm noticing is this is Dash to Bitcoin on Binance. Hopefully that's what you were talking about when you wanted me to review this. And it was added, Dash to Bitcoin on Binance, not too long ago, the end of 2017. So there isn't much charting I could potentially help you with. Obviously, I'm trying to do as much as I can. I'm drawing on lines for you right now. But because there's no previous history and we haven't been to levels this low in the past, it's hard for me to say where we could potentially go. The only advice I would have is looking at the rest of the market and saying that this coin would potentially just be following the rest of the market and continuing like that. So one thing again to note is we do have a downtrend. We do have a very, very, very big downtrend at that. You can see it started all the way back literally December 19th, and it has been on the Dash chart for quite a bit, and you can see it's just been plowing us lower and lower and lower. So what I want to talk about is the fact that we don't have any lower lows. Like, I can't tell you where we are going to fall to potentially, where the next support level is for Dash, because there's no lower lows. So this could potentially be the bottom, but you can see how this is setting lows that it has never been to, prices it's never been at before. So that's one issue with investing in coins like this, is you don't know where it's going to go. That's why I stay away from them. Potentially this could be another support, potentially, but that is a huge drop off, and we could potentially go there, but probably not all at once. It would come down in increments and then eventually hit here, but I don't know what those levels are yet, so it's hard for me to say. It does look good. We were oversold though, and you can see how this high-low middle moving average is again above the downtrend, so that looks nice in my opinion. I do think I think the whole market itself is just exhausted and annihilated, and I do think it's due to move back up, or at least consolidate and slowly rise up on at a normal level, you know, at a normal rate, unlike what happened at the end of 2017. But hopefully that helped you with Dash. I did draw these lines on if you wanted to copy them. But that's going to sum up the video for today, guys. We're going to wrap it up here. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you like the content, guys, leave a giant thumbs up. Giveaway at 5,000, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.